Hi everyone, now we can discuss the topic objective signs and subjective symptoms of depression. So left side you can see objective sign, right side subjective symptoms or subjective signs. What is meant by subjective signs? What we are observing from the client, the symptoms what we are observing from the client called objective signs. Symptoms which reported by a patient after experience is called subjective symptoms or signs. What we are observing from the client called objective signs, symptoms which reported by the patient called subjective signs. And already I said depression. Depression is nothing but persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest in activities called depression. Okay, now we can see what are the objective signs of this depression. First one, alterations of activity, poor personal hygiene, apathy or lack of interest, altered social interactions, impairment of cognition, somatic symptoms like pain, dizziness, headache, shortness of breath, and we can also see delusions and hallucination. If person believe true when it is not true, called delusion. When person believe true when it is not true, called delusions, or simply we can call false fixed belief. And hallucination means false perception or the experience of seeing something when that is not really there. False perception or the experience of seeing something when that is not really there, called hallucination. Okay, these are all the objective signs of depression. The next one, subjective symptoms or signs. First one, anhedonia. Inability to experience joy or pleasure, called anhedonia. Worthlessness, feeling of guilt, then hopelessness, then helplessness, suicidal thoughts. So these are all the symptoms called subjective signs of depression which reported by the patient. And these are all the symptoms which we are observing from the client, called objective signs. So this is about the objective signs and symptoms of subjective symptoms of depression. Depression is nothing but persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest in activities called depression. Thank you all.